Welcome back to another review, this time for the anime Sentenced to be a Hero, which had 12 episodes and was airing in winter of 2026. Synopsis on any list. In a world where heroism is a punishment, Xylo the condemned goddess killer, fed his endless hordes of monstrous abominations as part of Penal Hero Unit 9004. This is no escape, only cycle of resurrection and relentless combat. But when Xylo encounters a mysterious new goddess, their unlikely alliance sparks a rebellion that could shatter the chains of eternal punishment. Now this show exploded onto the scene because the first episode was 1 hour and set the mood really well for the show. I feel like the hype died down quite a bit after a couple episodes though. I don't know why, because the longer the show went, the more I started enjoying it. I had some theories going on and I was questioning stuff. Seemingly, sadly, I was wrong on some of those. I was right on some others, but I really enjoyed my time. The animation is fantastic. I like the world. I like the ideas that we have presented here, that these heroes are not really like heroes that we understand. It's more punishment because they get punished to be a hero. That is why Sentenced to be a Hero it is a punishment which forces you to fight on the front lines, die, get resurrected, fight again. And with every resurrection, you lose a little bit of yourself. So it's like eternal condemnation, which is very morbid, all things considered. I like the whole idea of fairies, which are like demons or transformed animals that are then demon-like. I like that we have all these demon lords and we don't really know what is going on. There are a lot of questions even after the first season that are still not answered. But I really enjoyed it. I like the concept of we have this whole Penal unit. Every character is different. Every character is their own. We have Theorita, you see on the background. You probably see here better as the one holding up her hand, which is very cute. I like the concept of the goddesses, which they just want acknowledgement, which is very cute and gives a little bit of comedy and relief in a somewhat dark show otherwise. Again, animation great, action is great, we have some big fights, which is very nice to see. The story itself, I mean, it is going back and forth because we have this fight from humanity against this demon plague. So this is what we are more or less following, and as the show goes on, we find out why every character is in the Penal Hero unit and what is going on, and that there's more behind the scenes that we are not privy to. It was very interesting. It gave me time to get my own series going. Now, most of them fell flat, which is a little bit sad. I assumed there would be a lot more going on than there really was. I went a little bit too far with my series. Is what I mean. But I really like the show. Let's see, AniList has it at 79%. My Anime List at 8.13, which is still a very good rating. I liked it a little bit more. I would give it a 9 out of 10. It's just barely a 9 out of 10. I can't really give it an 8 because I feel like this one is quality-wise really good. I really enjoy the animation. There's a lot of idle animation that they put a lot of effort in. I really like the fights. I do enjoy the overarching story, even though there is not a lot of progress, but it is a lot of introduction. We get to learn a lot about all the other characters. We get to learn about some behind the scenes stuff. The overarching plot is just at a stalemate. I mean, it's 12 episodes, you know what I mean. Not necessarily bad that the overarching plot is not moving forward, in my opinion. I am going to go into some little spoilers. I just want to yap a little bit more. So I do like we get little hints that there is better technology going on. We don't really know why. We saw a tank. Why is there a tank? I don't know. Never really got explained in this season. The problem is it's 12 episodes. Maybe stuff is getting explained later. We have to wait, I assume. I am really interested in the goddesses because they are supposedly made or created to fight the demon lords. Who created them? Why? Why are they all little girls? Why is their whole focus on being praised and head pats? Who's behind all of that? Very questionable is the whole hero unit, because all the heroes are pretty strong. They also have like knowledge and abilities that I feel like would be a little bit too dangerous to have as the bad guys or as a punishment for heroes. We have Xylo, who's able to defeat demon lords. We have the king dude who is able to rally people behind him. Having him as a hero feels a little bit dangerous. If he's able to rally people behind him, he could stage a coup, theoretically. We have Jace, he's under control, but his dragon is not under control, so that could run rampant. It is weird. We have Sav, who is like an assassin. He could just assassinate people that are inside the government or high positions. It feels like someone put this hero unit together to have as a fighting force whenever they fight against the humans themselves. Because, spoiler again, we find out that some humans are on the demon side. They want to coexist. We see that some demons have taken over humans, which is very interesting that they can do that. So there's more going on behind the scenes, and I feel like the hero unit was specifically made to then at some point eradicate the corruption that the human side has at some point. Otherwise, I mean, the fights were really good. There were a couple of things that I did not really like. As example, at the end, we see a little bit of a... One of the enemies got defeated, but he did not get defeated, which is like, did not like that. There were some other parts I do not remember anymore. It feels like, because I got all of these theories going as the show went on, and one of them as example was Dota is like planted because all of the things he does are very lucky. That he does the right thing at the right time, he appears at the right time. And it felt a little bit too lucky. It felt like he got more or less controlled by someone or commanded by someone to do specific things to help Xylo in the end. But it seems like I was wrong. So far as we know, he's just a normal guy that got punished to be a hero. Normal, relatively. What else? Some of the stuff, I mean, with Rhino was a little bit weird, that he was unable to artillery strike the tower because he had to do math again for some reason. Even though he hit the tower once, he could have just shot the same position. Okay. The whole, at the end, that the fairy army was able to invade the city was weird. They came out of nowhere for some reason. There are a couple weird things that do not sit well with me. But the overall action, animation and stuff was really solid, really enjoyed it. There are still some parts that I do want to know the answer to. And I feel like there is still some good potential here for next season. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. It was really close between an 8 and a 9. Normally an 8 would be if you ask some specific recommendation. That would be an anime that came to mind. That would be an 8. But a 9 would be, in this season, would I recommend this anime? And I would definitely recommend Sentence to Be a Hero to people because it is really well done. The whole animation is really nice. The whole concept is very neat. And even though I find the last episode was a little bit weak, even though it had some strong points, overall it felt a little bit weak. It did do a very nice callback to the first episode, which was pretty good.